everybody, this is Judy at Judy in the Kitchen. Today I'm making some black-eyed pea and kale soup. I have made this soup absolutely as easy as you can possibly get. We're going to avoid any sauteing and we're just going to add everything to the pan. Now, if you are not worried about added oils in your diet, you could saute the vegetables first and that would actually give a nice depth of flavor to the soup. But there are a lot of people out there who don't want to use the oil. So this is really for everybody, okay? Everybody. Now we're going to start with 1/2 cup of uncooked rice. This is rice of your choice. This is brown rice that I've actually rinsed and drained. You can use any kind of rice you want, any kind of rice you have on hand. This is uncooked. It's going to cook in the pot. And then we have about 2 cups of cooked black-eyed peas. You could use one 15-ounce can of black-eyed peas, rinsed and drained. These are peas that I've cooked from a dry state, so we're just going to add those 2 there. They were in the freezer, took them out, they're ready to go. This is 1 cup of chopped onion. I have a mixture here of red and yellow onion. Whatever is fine. It's just I wanted to use up the red onion that I had on hand. Now I have 3 cloves of garlic that I've chopped up. Again, you see we're just adding everything to the pot. It cannot be any easier. I have a 1/2 cup of diced bell pepper, and you can see these are frozen. They're just coming straight out of the freezer, but it's a 1/2 cup. And then I have in this bowl a combination of 1 cup of chopped carrots, and that was actually about 2 carrots, and 1 cup of diced or chopped celery, and that was about a stalk and a half. You know, it just depends upon how big your carrots and your celery are, but it's a cup of each there. I have 4 cups of chopped fresh kale with the stems. I don't mind the stems in there. If you don't want the stems, you can take them out. Whatever makes you happy. So 4 cups of that. I know it looks like a lot, but when you press it down to measure it, you get a good bit in there. And we have some herbs to add to this. In this little bowl, I have 2 dried bay leaves, a tablespoon of dried parsley, a teaspoon of dried thyme, and a teaspoon of dried basil leaves. Now we're going to get to some liquidy ingredients. I have 1 14.5-ounce can of diced tomatoes, of course with the liquid. And then I have 6 cups of vegetable broth, and you can see I've got ice cubes in there, and that's frozen vegetable broth. I make it myself, and this was in the freezer. And then I have 2 cups of water that I'm adding to that on top of that. Now, I do know that vegetable broth comes in 4-cup containers. You could use 1 4-cup container of vegetable broth and then 4 cups of water, or you could use all vegetable broth. This is however you prefer to have it. And you see we have a pretty fair amount of liquid in there for this. And then we're going to add some salt and pepper to taste as we go. But that's basically the soup right there. Now we're going to turn this on to high, bring it to a boil, and then I'm going to put the lid on it and lower the heat and let it simmer for 45 minutes to an hour. We want those vegetables to cook and get very soft, and we want the flavors to blend. As you can see, we're at a good boil, so I am turning it down to medium heat, and I'll just watch it and adjust that setting so that I get to a nice little simmer on this soup. And I'm going to set the timer for 1 hour, and that I know should be enough time to allow the vegetables to really soften up, the flavors to blend. I know the rice will be cooked within that amount of time, but we do want everything to blend together and kind of become one in the pot here. As you can see, this soup is looking really good. It's got a lot of broth left in there, which is what I like. And the vegetables are nice and tender. The rice is, of course, cooked by now. and it tastes really good. So it's been 1 hour. I'm going to turn it off. And I'm going to plate it up, put some in a bowl so you can see what it looks like in the bowl. And it's just really a delicious soup. And I urge you to give this a try sometime. Here's our finished soup. It's delicious and it looks really appealing. Give this a try sometime and let me know how the recipe works for you. The recipe is below in the description box and a printable version is available on my blog. This is Judi at Judi in the Kitchen. Bye for now.